What's going on, everybody? Here, Six Scale Mafia late night announcement with El Professor Mario, my dude. What's cracking, man?
What's good, man? What's happening? Just chilling, dude. You know, getting ready for Andor tonight, and got a little surprise from Hot Toys right now.
A little surprise, right? I didn't think we were gonna, because of the holiday, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's right. How long are they out for?
I mean, I think until like the 8th, maybe.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, they probably have photos backed up, dude. So we might get a couple more. We'll see what happens, bro, during the week.
Yeah, but it is who got dropped tonight? Why are we all here?
Oh, so Echo from the Bad Batch dropped.
Yes, there it is, Echo. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
man.
I was like, what'd you say? I was like, who?
Right. Oh, but look, we got Tobar here right now. He said I have to go to bed, but this Echo figure is fire. And we do have a super chat from Braden.
Already.
My man, thank you so much. He says late night streams. Absolutely, bro. Mike V finally caught a live stream. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Congrats, dude. Mario Mafia Fire. What's up, everyone? Absolute Irwin. What's good,
up,
man?
Irwin?
Yeah, we weren't really going to, but then boom.
There it is, dude. There it is. We got Echo in his full glory, dude. Looking pretty damn good.
The first of the Bad Batch releases.
The first of 5, man. This was apparently delayed from what I understand, but now it's out now. So, or actually, it's actually just dropped overseas. But I'm wondering if Sideshow's actually going to get this one. Will the trend continue, and will Sideshow start shipping? We'll have to find out soon.
That's going to be a tough one because I'm not sure, dude. Right, I am not sure what they're going to be doing with this. With, like you said, when we had Boba Fett and everybody shipping before, and they had no blogger photos. They were not released in Hong Kong. Now Echo is.
Yeah.
What's the situation with Sideshow then? Right, like you said, are we going to be continuing this trend, or was this a one-off situation?
Yeah, and this is like I said, it's curious because we're getting Hong Kong photos now, which would usually entail a Hong Kong release before us, but they haven't done Sideshow hasn't done an early release before the photos yet, or before the blogger photos.
Well,
so, I mean, hopefully
not yet with this,
sending out shipping emails. Yeah,
with Fett they did, right? Because he didn't get them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. The blogger photos didn't beat Sideshow to the release.
Right.
So far.
Right. Exactly. Kevin, my man, thank you so much from Denmark. What's good with you? Thank you for coming through, my man. Yeah, I mean, so what these are first thoughts. I haven't even really looked at them yet. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, this looks exactly how it was originally solicited, in my opinion. I think the sculpt looks great. The all the armor, as far as all the details, I'm sure it's all printed on again as always, but I think it looks fine. It comes with a shitload of accessories, though, man. I mean, I don't think, from what I remember from the Bad Batch, none of these were actually. He wasn't using all of these accessories, from what I understand. Some of these weren't even around. Like this arm right here is like pretty much his standard arm. I really don't remember him swapping stuff out like this.
Right.
Where he has like a protocol droid arm or something, dude. I don't know where this actually came from, but dude, these look great. I love the designs of these particular troopers, man. The Clone Force 99, they look fantastic, man. And this is the start of all of them being released. So hopefully we'll get the rest of the squad pretty soon, man. I'm looking forward to. I mean, Tech is my guy, dude. I love that type of design. He's the one that looks like the Scout Trooper, but with glasses.
Yeah, he looks really cool.
Yeah, that's the one I'm really looking forward to, man. So hopefully the pre-order will drop on that one, and everyone else not too far behind. But it's just, I just really wish that we would have had the rest of them already. As far as like put on pre-order, we've only got 2, and there's 5. So
I know. This is one of those weird occurrences where we often speak as collectors. We say, hey, if this, sometimes people buy stuff just because it looks cool, right? And they don't even, they may not know the source material per se, right? So like for me, I'm in a weird spot now because, you know, when I was seeing these figures announced and the other ones teased, I was like, wow, they look really cool. And I haven't watched the Bad Batch. I mean, I know what they are. You know, it's clearly it's Star Wars and everything. But, you know, when I was always looking at them, I'm like, yeah, they look pretty cool because they all look unique, right? They their own individual styles, which I thought was really interesting if they were to complete the team, right? So now I'm left at this crossroads of sorts, right? Where I'm thinking, like, do I get these? As Braden says, am I getting them? I don't know yet. It's a tough one. I mean, you're probably going to get it.
Of course, man. Yeah, I already have Echo in Hunter on pre-order already, man. So whenever my guy gets them in, then yeah, they'll be coming through. But yeah, they look great. I'm really looking forward to getting these guys. But again, I just hope that they don't freaking, you know, drop the ball on us and not release everybody else, man, and just leave us hanging with only 2 figures from the squad.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think those days may be behind us. I mean, fingers crossed, of course, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, they showed off all the Inquisitors.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we still don't have full confirmation, right? We don't have all 4 announced yet,
right.
But them showing them off, them even talking about the Bad Batch in the beginning. If you remember, they were teasing like the whole line.
Yeah,
they had them like silhouetted or something, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Something like that, yeah. Something to that effect. But yeah, they slowly started coming, and now they've all finally been revealed. Man, look at this photo, dude. This looks lifelike in my opinion, man. This is really good. This is a really good shot.
It's pretty damn cool, man.
So other than the fact that these things looking cool, man, I think the fact that because they're troopers, man, you should probably automatically pick them up, man.
Well, yeah, but you gotta understand too. At the same time, like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, I've got because I've got all my original trilogy, and I was like, all right, that's good. And then Mandalorian line, okay, cool. But to your point, they are troopers. But at the same time, I also got rid of like Rex and Cody in the 501st and the Coruscant Guards. I just so, but this I might consider, because if they just give me the full team and I just get the full team.
Mm-hmm.
Right, then that is just that team right there on the shelf with unique individual characteristics, you know, amongst themselves. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's a tough
these guys
one, man.
So the squad is like genetically modified, you know, so they all have like enhanced capabilities. So yeah, they're all somewhat defective in a sense. But it's a cool story, man. But it's just the actual series itself wasn't that great. You know, everything in between. The beginning was awesome. The last couple episodes were great. Mm-hmm. But everything in the middle, man, was just like,
like kind of filler and stuff, right?
Big time, dude. You know, there was a story there, but it was really, like,
so if you can pick out all of the filler and like do a master edit, there is a story there in that season.
Yeah, there is, but you really have to do some heavy editing, you know, to chop everything down. There's some cool parts in there. We do see a couple legacy characters, you know, come by, and it gets pretty interesting, but for the most part the story is just like mediocre, dude, in between. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm getting conflicting reports here. Bugman says I'm going to regret it if I don't get them because they're unique, and Braden says don't get them, Anthony, don't give in. So
that's a decision you're gonna have to make, my guy.
Yeah, that's a tough one, dude. That's a tough one. Do it. Okay, well,
do it.
I think we're gonna wait. I don't think we're in like. Listen, I don't think that this guy's gonna be flying off the shelves anytime soon.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so at all. Yeah, I think this is something that's gonna be sitting in stock for a while. This one and Hunter, probably Hunter too, considering how long that they took to come out. But that's not to say that the other ones won't, just because they haven't been put up for pre-order yet. And now, with the current climate, no doubt those things will be, you know, short run.
Well, here's my problem: is that they've announced 2 figures. Mm-hmm. We have one now. Okay, Hunter's the second one, right?
Hunter's the second one, yeah.
Okay, so those 2 have been confirmed. This one is now released, which means the other members of the Bad Batch, if they do get announced, we're looking at a typical 12 to 16 month wait.
Typically.
So if they bleed this through over the course of 2 to 3 years, then once they do announce all of them, at that point, it may be too late to grab these two. At that, you see what I'm saying? Because then they might be, oh, they've been out for so long, they finally sold out, and then here's the rest of the team.
But they do that, man. They've done that so many times. Which
I know
they'll put out one character, right?
Right.
And they'll tease you with everything else, but when these other two are like long sold out, oh, here's the rest of them, by the way. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
They've done that. They've done that plenty of times. Man.
But he looks cool.
He does. He does. That's what I was going to ask you, man. Like, what are your thoughts on these photos so far from what you've seen, man?
Well, I think whenever they drop blogger photos, kudos to all the photographers that are, working over there for Hot Toys and getting their work done, because they're awesome. All the blogger photos shots of, it doesn't matter what the figure is, man. When they drop them blogger photos, I'm like, dude, they do a great. Hot Toys seldomly does wrong in my eyes. So, but just knowing that these are troopers and that they were all, and you remember like a year ago when this happened, dude, I even said it then live. I was like, wow, these guys are pretty cool looking because they're all unique. They're not just, if I buy like, even if I had like a couple of 501st, a couple Coruscant guards, and like a couple of clone troopers, right, when they come out, you have like a group of 6 or 7 or 8 of them. They all kind of, they still look the same. They're just a different color skin. That's it. So I'm thinking like when I see all these guys together, like at Celebration, right, or whenever when we were looking at footage and whatnot, and you were there, and then they showed off some more on the summer showcase, and we're like, okay.
Yeah, Comic-Con is when the whole squad was released. Yeah.
That's badass looking. Like, so it's just, am I going to be one of those guys that buys a bunch of figures that I have absolutely no idea about? Or then do I have to bite the bullet and go watch the Bad Batch? At the very least. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I've done that too, as far as like pick up some figures that I thought aesthetically looked freaking badass. The case in point are the Fantastic Beast figures, dude. Those two like aesthetically look phenomenal, man. Didn't see the movies. I'm not a Harry Potter fan much. I don't think I've even finished them all yet, man. But I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts yet either. But the figures were there. I like Johnny Depp, man, and I think Hot Toys does a good job with Johnny Depp. So I'm like, screw it, man. Let's go ahead and get them. Yeah, and they look great. They came out great, dude. They look awesome on the display. I finally saw the movie, man, and I fell asleep during both of them, dude. I was like,
you can't get through any fucking movies, though, bro.
I can. But I mean, if a movie's not holding my interest, then I'm just Mario's gonna do what he's gonna do and just take a nap.
So I get you there, man. Theodore PT, my man. Thank you. Hello, Anthony and Mario. Greetings from Greece.
Ooh.
Greetings to you, my friend. Thank you for coming through all the way across the other side of the globe, my friends. So, yeah, we're just talking about the Bad Batch, and it's pretty dang interesting. I don't know. He looks cool, and again, I don't have frame of reference, so I'm going to take your word for it when you tell me that he has a lot more gadgets on him than that was seen in the show.
Yeah, that's, from what I remember, that's definitely the case. But it's not like, you can still pick and choose your accessories, what you want to, how you want to set them up. That's the fun thing about these figures, man. You can do whatever you want with them. They're yours to have fun with and enjoy.
It looks like he still has the same pistols, though. Those are reused, right? That's from like Rex and Cody.
Right. Those are like standard issue pistols, from throughout the Clone Wars.
I guess that's okay. The rest of him, I think that's a pass, right? Because the rest of him is so unique.
You know what I didn't notice is that those pockets there, those little pleather, I'm assuming they're pleather, those pouches that he has on his belt. I never noticed those.
Oh, every time I see pleather, man, like by his hips?
Yeah, right on his hip, man, right on the belt. Every time I see pleather, man, I just can't help but get nervous all the time.
It depends. Okay, so like here's the thing. All right, this picture right here. or if you can go back to the previous one. Now, I don't know, but okay, so for those of you out there, possibly Mario as well, like Rex, I had issues with Rex because he had those pouches, but they were connected to this like really thin fabric, right, with cheap glue. There he is. Those right there, did those ever come off for you? Mine were off out the box.
No, the holsters?
Out the box, bro. They were off.
No, they're still attached, bro. And okay, I have the clamp attached, as you can see, pretty damn close to those holsters. So
oh yeah, they're right on it.
Yeah, they're right on it, man. They're holding them in.
Everybody's asking for you to light it up if possible.
To light it up? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
He's got a little bit of the mood lighting going on right now. Boom. There you go. So
yeah, now I just lost. Hang on. So
no, it's okay.
There you go. So,
yeah. So, see. But you know what I'm saying, right? They're like these just thin strips of fabric.
Yeah, they're hella flimsy, man. Watch, I'll go ahead and shit. I hate doing this. I really hate doing this.
Well, then don't do it.
I already did.
Then don't do it. All right, you already did it. All right.
Right there, right?
Yeah. So there's two little holes that are inserted into the fabric with really, really, really cheap glue. Maybe I'm the only one that had a problem with it. I glued them back on, but
perhaps.
Yeah, but so now, I'm not really too sure.
Yeah, might have been fine out the box so far.
But see, that's my point, is like that right there. I don't know if those are like molded onto the belt as one accessory or if they're following that as well.
Let me go back to those other pics because there looked we got a little bit better of a photo. Let me right, I think right there we go. Let's zoom and enhance.
Zoom and enhance on Sector 7.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of.
It looks like it's here. One molded piece, mate. Well, I don't know.
I hope it is. I hope it's actually sculpted on there, molded on there to the belt permanently.
But then it's mixed, right? So it has to be glued.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So. And not complaining, but just observing, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know, right?
What would be nice if they probably like implemented Velcro in here, so that way we could just forget about all that, or magnets, maybe even magnets. You know, but sometimes they use shit glue and the magnets fall apart. But
I've had it happen with a lot of figures. I don't know if it's just bad luck or what.
Yeah, sometimes it's a hit and miss. For the most part, it's a hit in my opinion, man. I mean, in my experience,
glue's not bad. I mean, at the end of the day, right? It's just a little bit of glue, and I have a kit here, a little off topic, but I have like a kit of like 12 different styles of tweezers, which I recommend well, thank you, Mario. Yeah. So a bunch of various tweezers, right? In different configurations. I use these all the time, I think they're a necessity if you collect 6-scale figures. You know, being able to adjust certain parts of the fabric, you know, the outfits, all that good stuff. So I use something like that, you know, and I kind of clamped like a fulcrum.
Regular tweezers, bro. That do the job.
Dude, get a nice variety pack. This was like $10 on Amazon, dude, and you have all these different configurations. No, it's good. It is. It's good they're really useful, especially with all these tiny parts, or if you're trying to like pull the fabric up from underneath like the overcoat of some figures. You can get them over because, you know, the fabrics are usually like when they're layered, they're stuck. Trust me, guys, when I tell you this, it's good to have a variety of tweezers in your arsenal for your 6-scale collection. I promise you. But anyway,
Mr. JB is asking about why so many tweezers.
Because they're good. They're good. Sometimes you need a different angle. So you have this curved one, or maybe you need something a little thicker to grab something. You use the bigger, like. Trust me, they're worth having.
We're talking about tweezers, right?
We're talking about tweezers tonight.
We're talking about tweezers. All right.
An easy $10 investment. So
there you go.
Magnets to St. Arts. You're crazy.
One can only dream, right?
Yeah. But I mean, dude, the arm looks really neat. I like that.
Yeah, man. Have you ever been like so on the fence about a pre-order, right? And then the vlogger photos hit. And then it sold you to get off that fence and finally pick up the figure?
Oh, yeah. I can't recall which figure, but it's happened. Of course it's happened, right? There's things where you're or then there's the opposite. Right? For some reason, people saw the blogger photos for cable and were turned off.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though they looked like the original shots. A weird anomaly on that one.
It's not that. I think because for the Winter Soldier as well, from the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think we forget.
Yeah, you're right on that one too.
I think we forget originally how some of these photos actually came out. Because going back and looking at them now, they were thin, they were skinny, man. They were lanky looking figures, and they came out as advertised, in my opinion. And just that, I don't think most of us actually remember those days when they were originally solicited. I didn't. I can only speak for myself, but
Right.
just first impressions when seeing these new blogger pics is like, shit, this guy looks skinny, man. Like everybody was saying, man, my man needs a sandwich, right? And but
I think that just happens with when you have figures that don't have clothes on. You got to remember, bodies underneath are fairly thin.
Sure.
I mean, look at all the Mandos and stuff. They have fat suits for a reason. It's to bulk them up to look more proportioned. So when you have things like Clone Wars Maul or Cable, and you take the garments off from the chest and the torso area, they're just super. And then they look like they have a giraffe neck. And I mean, I digress, but that's basically what I mean. There's certain times where you've seen when the blogger photos come out and your mind changes, good or bad, right? It happens a lot. So I'm trying to think of a figure. Honestly, it might have been Rey. Rey and Kylo last year, their blogger photos may have convinced me, because you remember I bought those and I wasn't really wanting them at first. But of course, they changed them too.
Did you buy those?
Yeah, I got them from Hong Kong, like day one.
Oh, wow. I don't remember you having those in the collection.
Yes, sir. Wow, I sold them, though.
Right.
I got rid of them.
Yeah.
No, I got rid of them.
I figured you wouldn't have them around, man.
Well, honestly, the main reason I got Rey is because I had that idea, and that was literally got them like 2 days after they were released in Hong Kong. They got here fast. And I wanted to use, because they added Leia's saber and the training helmet. Yeah. And so I wanted to make my Endor Leia like Jedi training. And that was fun for a while. I took some photos and stuff. And then, anyway, whatever. But that's my point. Like some figures, when a blogger photo comes out, it may change your mind and be like, wow, okay, you know what? Okay. I was on the fence, but now this looks really good.
What are these photos doing for you, if anything?
I mean, I'm leaning more towards getting this, but it's a weird position, right? Because I only want to get this if, I guess it's a gamble. I guess it's a gamble because I would only want to get this if I know that we can have the entire team.
It is a gamble. This absolutely is a gamble, dude. And it would suck for you to like I said, get tired of waiting, sell them off. And then right after you sell them, they bring out the rest of them, dude. But
well, I mean, look, make no mistake. Like, I don't believe a chance in hell that we were ever going to get a Cyborg from Justice League. Yeah. If it weren't for the fandom uniting and petitioning for Zack Snyder to do his cut, right? If that never came to fruition and we were stuck with the Justice League, we would have never got that Cyborg. I mean, I firmly believe that. I don't think we would have got the Nightmare Batman Superman 2-pack either. And I sure as hell don't think we would get this new Tactical Batman 1.2 version, whatever it is. Like, because it's moved on. So, and with what you're saying and a lot of other people saying, the reception of Bad Batch has not been like amazing. But it's still under that Disney umbrella. So I think I'm leaning more towards that they are going to complete the team. But it's a risk.
One would hope, dude. But yeah, it's definitely a gamble, man. And you're gonna have to test your patience with these. Like, seriously, man. But yeah, they look great. They're for me, they're definitely coming in, man. You know me already, bro.
Yeah. My problem is I just wouldn't want him and Hunter, and that's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Gotta complete the squad, man. you know.
But my
definitely.
concerns, though, also is with the trailer for this season 2. They have different outfits now.
Yeah, and that's the thing about trying to collect figures from a series, right? Or an ongoing series, or ongoing films, is that the next iteration, whether it be the next season or the sequel, there's going to be different outfits. That's just the nature of movies, and then it goes on through collecting as well, man. And then at that point, you're like, oh shit, I'll just, why don't I just wait for the next one to drop? And then when the next one drops, and then the next season or the next movie comes out, I'll just wait for the next one. I've heard that so many times to the point, like, you're never going to have it,
Right, you're just going to keep waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
That's how it is with PC building. I'm like, damn, the new, the 3080 Ti came out. Should I get it, or should I wait next year or two for the 4 series? And then you wait and you wait and you wait and nothing. So I totally get it. It's but the thing is they showed all these guys in their season 1 outfits. So even if and we fast forward a few years or so, and they decide to create season 2 versions, I don't care enough to go get those. Right now, I'm looking way far ahead, of course, but you see what I mean? Just having the team as a representation, I think that would be fine. Unless you're a super, super fan of the show, and then you want to have the other version outfits. Then I get that. Then they're there for people, or people who have missed these.
For you, man, what I would say is that regardless of how cool these things look, man, but considering your current focus and the fact that we don't know if the rest of the team is going to come out, I say skip them. Don't bother, especially if you haven't seen them yet. That's the other thing too. Do you plan on watching the series?
Probably not, man. After what you just told me here, it's turned me off even more. I don't want to watch a whole season of a lot of filler and fluff. If I can just kind of watch like a YouTube recap of important parts, or
that's the thing, man. The timeline in which this takes place is freaking great. This is the transition right after Order 66. Right.
So, that's what I thought was interesting by the trailer. And then hearing about that stuff, I was like, oh, cool timeline.
Exactly. The timeline is perfect for these things, man. But they just didn't really expand upon the whole thing. It had its moments. It really did. But they were few and far between, man. And like I said, it would end up being mediocre by the end of it. So,
well, maybe they'll improve upon that in the second season.
Well, I hope so, man. That's why it was delayed. So I would hope so.
Well, I'll let you watch season 2, and then you can tell me if it was an improvement, and then maybe I'll, get into it. But he looks badass, guys. That's the whole point, right? That's what we're talking about here. Is this just the release of Echo? Like, cool, man. And that's I'm half and half on these guys too, in the other sense where it's like, do you want to pose them without their helmets? Because they all do kind of have a unique head sculpt, but they also all have pretty unique helmets that are part of their attire. So that's a tough one. I couldn't imagine grabbing 2 of these.
No. This is too character centric, man, to pick up 2. It's an actual, how can I say it, man? It's a characterized individual in which you will only need one. There's no need to pick up 2 of these guys.
Right. Well, because it's kind of like an ensemble cast of just the team. And their own, working together and whatnots. But he does look pretty good, dude. And he's probably, if I had to guess, other than the arm, the rest of the body is still probably based off the 501st or Coruscant guard bodies.
This is a nice shot. You see, now we have Rex in the background. While he's blurred, the idea of posing this up with other clones is going to look... The potential is there, man. It really is. This just gets me excited to freaking pose the entire team with the rest of the supporting cast that was in the show. So...
Yeah, well, I don't have any of those now.
I know.
But just having the team, I think, would be cool. It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, right? With the Inquisitors, right? They they give us all 4 Inquisitors. As much as I was not, it's not like I didn't like Obi-Wan. I just didn't. It just wasn't very good, in my opinion. I'll probably watch it again at some point, but I'm not, I'm not like, oh, that was great, right? Like I've rewatched Mando, for example, right? So with the Inquisitors, I look at them and I say, well, okay, you can get all the Inquisitors, you can get Vader, and you can get a couple of Purge troopers, and possibly even a couple of just shinies, stormtroopers to go with them, and have a display of 7 to 9 figures all together, and that's the shelf. That's the shelf, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
display.
and that's kind of how I feel with these. You'd be like, okay, you just have the Bad Batch. That's the shelf. So it's possible. I don't know, man. It's tough. I tell you one thing, I would sooner get all the Bad Batch than I would get anything that's MCU.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you there, man.
Yeah.
Especially right now with Phase 4, it hasn't been that well received, and I don't blame you, bro. I definitely don't blame you there. I mean, for me, it's just that I fell in love with Legacy again. Going back and just revisiting those characters that build up to a particular moment. And I was like, man, these were so good, dude. And we're not. I think Phase 4 just made me miss the original cast that much more.
Well, yeah.
I was like, I wouldn't mind getting those figures back, and that's what I'm working on right now, man. But it's just specific just to those 2 films and some other ones. A couple Spideys here and there, maybe a couple variant Iron Mans, and that's pretty much it.
That's how it starts, though, and then somehow you're deep into the property.
Bro, I've been there, done that.
Me too.
I went in with a little bit of focus, but yeah, I don't see myself collecting the way that I used to before. Because
you gotta be a little bit more reserved.
These characters have moved on, at least in the iterations that I wanted. I want, even though Thor's still around, I want him there in the display with Cap, and with Iron Man. But I want that specific representation of Thor from that movie, not the modern, because that would drive me nuts. If I had the newest Thor posed up with like the Endgame figures, I'm like, nah, that my OCD would just drive me insane, dude. I can't.
Yeah, but you could do Infinity War Thor with Endgame, Cap, and Iron Man. I think.
No.
You have to have Fat Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because that was the representation with those specific suits.
I suppose, but even though it was a 2-part movie, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I could give it some slack on that.
Sure. I mean, everybody does their thing, dude. Everybody does their thing differently. That's just me. I'm just particular like that.
Oh no, of course. Like I would not. I would sooner get an Infinity War Thor if I had to, rather than a Thor: Love and Thunder Thor. You know what I'm saying? But I get it, because that is the actual representation at the end of the movie. Those 3. I get it. It's like I wouldn't want to put, I don't know, Bespin Leia with, farm boy Luke.
Yeah, look at
it just wouldn't work for me.
Dylan is saying here that he can't even have a New Hope Vader with Bespin Luke. I know all the differences between the movies and the Vaders and the Stormtroopers, and just can't do it. Exactly, man.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Because that's how I am here. With all this OT stuff, I'm like, oh shit, they have to. So I get what you're saying. I just feel like for me with MCU, I can pick and choose and be like, all right, whatever, because I'm not as focused on that as I am with Star Wars. So. But no, I think getting these guys, if we can get the whole team, this would be really cool looking.
Yeah, definitely. But something else happened today, dude. I don't know if you want to discuss this or if you just want to wait till later, or since we're here.
What do you think? Possibly. Yeah. Well, let's see. He said Blackbird Tech says, Anthony, random question, but how are you posing Hong Kong? That Dusty Deadpool. Oh, well, see, this is a little different though. I got rid of the MCU stuff, man. And the thing is like, I have a rule, man. If I have a character tattooed on me, I typically have them. I have multiple Deadpools. I finally decided, obviously, So I was getting him. You know, he'll go with cable, that type of stuff. That's cool for me. But the MCU style shit, I'm so burnt. I'm so burnt on those. I'm not a fan, dude. Denobi, what's up, my man? He says, let the tap out excuses begin on the Bad Batch being bad. Well, we're going to see. I think a lot of people want these Bad Batches. But I haven't watched it, so I'm not necessarily one of them. Now,
bro,
are we going to? We're segueing off. Let's see. What are we going to talk about here?
What happened this morning here, man? So
Oh,
I got
that was
an email. I got an email, dude, about hey, there's some we found some shit in the back that we're gonna go and put up put up for order for
Bro,
you guys.
I was asleep, right? This is what happened. This is what happened to me. I was asleep. I woke up to use the bathroom. I checked my phone because it's a bad habit. I got all these damn alerts.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this email. I was like, what the hell is this? I click on it. I see the Ghostbusters. I can add them to my cart. I thought I was like dreaming, dude. I really did. I was like half awake. I was like, are you serious? I added them to the cart. I set all my shit up. I checked the stupid box. I hit place order. And then it starts spinning. And I was like, oh, am I getting the Ghostbusters right now, dude? Like, what the hell's going on?
You actually had it in the cart?
Yeah, and it kicked me out, man. It kicked me out, dude. It just errored out back to my screen. And then it said somebody else, like that top part right there. It's in somebody's cart or some shit. And I was like, God damn it.
Especially if it's just for one, man. The whole horde is after these things.
Yeah.
So everybody trying all at once. It's, yeah.
Well, it
wonder if
irritates me. Listen, whoever got it, I suspect got it just to flip it. And that's the sad part. I'm sure.
Man.
They sell for like $2-3 grand. So someone was probably like, oh shit, free money.
Of course, yeah. That's typical. That's typical. I mean, I don't want to say scalpers, man, but I mean, some of these flippers, dude, if they actually get their hands on this thing to do that, that's wrong. And that's messed up. And I hope it's not one of y'all in the chat. So
yeah. I mean, if it is, whatever. But I was just like, damn it, I really wanted, because I've been, I was like, I'm not paying that money for those, dude. They're kind of showing their age and this and that. But I mean, dude, $900.
Regardless if they're showing their age, I think they still look great, man. You're not.
They do.
No
That's
one else is doing
like,
this. You're not
I
gonna
know.
find this elsewhere, dude. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And here we go.
But I don't really understand that shit. Like, what the hell is warehouse fines? I mean, they're literally like, I was already tripping with A New Hope Leia and 89 Batman that they found. Like, where does these, what happens? Where does this shit come from? Is it really like hidden, like caked in dust under some tarp and plastic in the dark recesses of their warehouse? Like,
especially shit that's been, like you just said, you alluded to Leia and everybody else that's been sitting around for years, really? And then also, too, do you really want to take the chance in buying something that's been sitting around like that? I mean, you don't know where the hell it's been.
Okay, I will if it's from Sideshow, bro. I'm all in. I don't care. I'll be like, dude, what's wrong with this shit? And then they'll either give me my money back or whatever.
Let's see.
Ghostbusters special pack, toy business, not toy friends. It was picked up by Carlos. Oh, that would be funny, man. And I get it. Like, people want to get rid of it. If they want to make some money, fine. But it was like, dude, those who know me know I've been wanting those, and I never grabbed them. Stupid.
Speaking of something that you've been wanting and never grabbed, this happened today.
This also happened.
I was not expecting this at all, dude. I really, really wasn't. And I don't know if I'm actually looking at the Hot Toys or these, what is it? Jupiter, Venus, Mars, whatever it is. Whoever the hell's doing this thing.
Yeah, this is a Jupiter or some shit. Saturn, right?
Saturn.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. It's Mars Toys, bro. It's Mars Toys. It is Mars Toys.
I know it is.
They use different names for those purposes. Okay? They're like splinter cells. Like, if one gets taken down, the other one's still okay. Like, it's fine.
Exactly. There was a lot of collectors that were happy with this release. I mean, the dynamic duo. Look at that.
Yeah, bro.
And look, they had to take the time to do this shot.
Well, yeah, they have to do the meme. It's amazing. Theodore says, my opinion is we, the collectors, need pics or short videos like you did, Anthony, with the T800 Terminator. Ooh, well, thank you. No crazy lighting effects. Well, I appreciate that, man. I love that Terminator. I had a lot of fun with that Terminator. But I agree.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, so I had a blast doing the video and then taking photos but dude, come on, man. Mike's right here. Third party taking care of the community. I'm gonna agree with that one.
They have been, man. And today,
the planets have aligned.
This week they're particularly stepping up hard. But are they actually poking the bear though? That's my next question.
Okay, so I'm hearing rumors. An absolute ruin. I'll take planets compared to P-Rock's Hot Boys. Yeah, we know what's up with that. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm hearing rumors, but listen, I don't know, right? Because this is what I always say.
No, there were rumors that there was a rumor, but that was just bullshit.
Always think of it that way, right? Because you don't know. You don't know. But I'm hearing rumors that Hot Toys is going to be doing some more 66.
But why?
Who cares why? the why is the why is irrelevant, right? And of course, I'm a fan of the IT crowd. I would not have clipped it otherwise, Corvo. Fuck yeah, man. The why is irrelevant. But them, if that's true, then people want to get a jump and get some sales.
They'd be wise to do so. Right.
And we've seen it happen before with other figures.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that happen where Hot Toys we don't know that they're about to release something and third parties start pumping shit out of it.
Yeah.
And then Hot Toys is like, here, we're actually doing it too.
The Vulture, man, is the biggest example, dude. Not just the Vulture, but also the Green Goblin's another one too. The Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those were incredible. From what I understand, those were pretty good third party figures, man. People really liked them a lot. But when Hot Toys comes out, like, oh shit, buckle up because here comes the big boys, doing the better interpretations.
I'm disabled. I know what he's talking about, man. I love that shit. Listen. Okay, so look here's the thing. Here's the thing for me, right? If that happens, I'm getting these, by the way. I'm getting these because I'm right there with you. You're like,
the price is insane.
You can't
$240 for the set.
You cannot beat the price, and we get the bomb.
You gotta have the bomb,
right?
I mean, so some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
That's right, man. That is, so the way I look at this, right? Yeah, dude, $240 or whatever for the pair. You can order this from 1/6 Kit, by the way, Cuervo, or anybody else who's wondering. Now, let's say I buy these for $240 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hot Toys says, hey, guess what? We're going to reissue Batman and Robin. Because let's be real here. If they're going to do anything, in my opinion, they're going to do a reissue. They're not going to 2.0 those. I don't think Batman and Robin need a 2.0. In my opinion.
Batman, maybe. Because we've actually seen some custom suits for him that's more accurate to the movie and to the show, where it's a darker gray.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I don't know.
I think what I mean is that if Hot Toys decided to do reissue, I don't think anybody would complain, except people who don't like reissues. But people who are like, oh wow, I can get these now. I'm cool with no changes, right? So if that happens and I already buy these, I'm good with that. Because I think at some point, and you guys know I've said this for a while, but at some point, going to. I really do want that Batmobile. I do. I was a little disappointed with some of the photos, but I might somehow still get that. And my whole point was, is you can use these. At least I wanted to. I would like to use these Batman and Robins.
Yeah.
And put them in that Batmobile.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think,
because they're so cheap.
That'd be the way to go.
Right. They're, I don't have to risk it's okay. I'm like, whatever. I could put these guys in the Batmobile. Cool. And then if Hot Toys reissues them, I have them to chill with the Joker, the Penguin, the Riddler, because those are coming.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
They've alluded to Catwoman and Batgirl. So it's like, yo, I mean, that's a tough one. But for this, you're right. I can't tell the difference.
Ecto1701 says that the Hot Toys reissue will be more expensive. Yeah, well, of course.
No doubt. Yeah.
But they're going to be cheap. They're going to be cheaper than what you're going to be paying for these. I mean, not these ones from Venus Toys or Saturn Toys, but I mean, for what the current
right.
what the current market value is these days, it's still going to be cheaper, man.
Oh, it'll still be cheaper. And CT603, my dude, is Hot Toys going to deliver the rest of the line? No, I don't think so. Like,
but why wouldn't they? They tease the Cesar Romero Joker, man. That's already there. They have that. They have that in development already, man. That's sitting in freaking Howard's collection somewhere. And if they see that, if they see the response, for the Joker right now, and then later on when the Riddler and Penguin go up, and if it's even more well received, why wouldn't they capitalize on that?
Well, they may not do all the line because I feel like they're screwed, as we've discussed on my show and others. That the Disney's boot is right on their neck, dude. So I don't feel that they have room. They don't have room, in my opinion, to fully expand on licenses, right? So, as somebody mentioned in the chat earlier, third parties are stepping up. They are taking advantage, and they have been over the past 2 years. They've been taking advantage of what I would consider a weakness in Hot Toys' armor.
The voids
so they're like,
that they leave behind in their
we can go ahead and capitalize on this shit that they cannot do right now. So I'm cool with it. If the quality is good and the price is right, you can't really complain, Like, if I get these Batman and Robin, I'm like, okay, they're $120 a figure. And if I'm like, well, the tailoring's kind of, or whatever, I'm not going to complain. I'll be like, oh, fuck, it's cheap.
No big loss.
And it works.
And even if you do get your hands on a Batmobile, like I said, these are perfect figures to put in there.
Yeah.
Just use these and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for it. I'm totally excited for it, Tobar says this is an exact copy of Hot Toys' version of Batman and Robin.
All the accessories that it comes with came with your individual releases. Everything you see here, man.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, dude, it's...
But I'm curious if they're going to pack this as individually, or they're going to sell this as a 2-pack. I mean, right now they're selling it, so it's really a 2-pack then. It's
really a 2-pack. It's the Dynamic Duo for $240. Now, I don't know if they're going to send you them as individual boxes.
That's what I'm wondering.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
So far from what I can tell, you cannot buy Robin or Batman individually. So I'm assuming it is such. For those asking, go ahead.
No, Thick Panther Boy, you nasty, man. He wants to know.
Is this Robin packing? Well, no, that's reserved for the one and only Throbbing. All right, which I'm still waiting for. But for those asking, I would recommend going to 1/6 Kit to buy these. I've never had a problem with them ever. And they do have these up for pre-order along with the Joker and his other 2 variations, the Prankster. You'll see them right when you go to 1/6 Kit's website, up at the new releases or up. You'll see them right there.
They're right on
Batman,
the front page.
Robin. They're right there on the front page. Just scroll down a little bit, put down your deposit, no problems. It really depends, man, because some of these things too, like what we're talking about, like Batman and Robin from Batman Forever, right? I will be picking those up. But you've seen, at least I've seen, pictures of them doing third-party stuff. So there will be a Jim Carrey Riddler and a Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face. That's the third-party stuff that I'm cool with. You're filling in some cool stuff. Okay, so you brought it up here right now.
Yeah, we're looking right at it, man. There's some more individual shots. Robin. And yeah, it
Good.
looks just like the Hot Toys, man. So I really don't know what I'm looking at. That's the other thing, dude. Are they actually
Yeah.
deceiving us with Hot Toys photos instead of their own actual product?
That is what's tough. See, Tanobi says it makes you wonder if the prototype's photo shown is actually a Hot Toys pick for the 66 Batman and Robin. Well, it really
Right.
depends. I hope not, right? Because the reason I'm leaning more towards no is because they did show off their Joker and then they showed off video footage. And I still believe this is the same company. So that remains to be seen if they want to showcase some footage. And even then, is it their product or is it Hot Toys product? False advertising, they can certainly get away with it. It's unlicensed, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm cool with it. I'll take the risk, man. $240 for a 2-pack. I'll take the risk, bro. I don't mind. That I don't mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad, right? Yeah. $45 deposit. That's it.
And
they probably are. Yeah,
$200.
they're most likely the old molds and casts. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, these
You
are
gotta
definitely
understand how
recast.
China is. China's known for that, dude. Not even just from figures, for everything in the world. Like, they're known for that type of shit. So
I was also told that the Joker was also recasts. Those sculpts already exist. So they did recast them.
well, they probably did, but I don't know if they were Hot Toys.
No, I don't know.
Because
I don't
remember,
know.
I was telling you, I know Hannah was doing a Joker, and I think somebody else was too. So they very well could have done that, you know, and just recasted somebody else's shit, and there it goes. But I don't care. I really don't. I mean, we've been, well, a lot of us anyway, who are into to classic Batman. This is a breath of fresh air. And if, you know, Hot Toys isn't going to do it, and somebody else is going to do it, let's take a look at it.
I've been thinking about this, and I said it on Sunday on Will Stream that I'm really not. Like my specific problems that I have are reissues. You know, basically to sum it up is just that how it just takes up production time into everything else that needs to be released. That's one thing I don't like about it. But in this particular case, these two have sat around, or these two came out actually when I first started collecting, man, back in 2014. They came out, and they've been long gone for a while, and I wouldn't mind these actually being reissued. I think the time it's been long enough, for these things to come out again if they're going to reissue them, man. So I don't think I'd be mad at this if they came out again. I'm not mad at these, in particular, but because I know collectors want them.
Yeah.
So the fact that they can get them is great.
I've lost that train of thinking, and I'm not saying it's the right or the wrong way of thinking, but what I mean by that is that I don't. Well, it's not that I've given up. I don't care. I don't look at Hot Toys or really. I would say 6-scale figures, but Hot Toys in particular. I don't look at them as appreciating assets. I don't look at them as investments. So
no,
when you learn to, I don't know, like let go of that notion, then for me anyway, collecting just became fun again.
But that's just how it was. I think for the majority of the figures that were out there when they were sold out, after they have sold out, most everything appreciated.
Right, it did.
Anything lose its value.
No, but we didn't have, almost 700 MMSs and 300 and something TMSs and
no
another 100 VGMs, and like we had over 1,000 figures either out or coming out, in comparison to back then, where let's face it, really like post Star Wars or pre Star Wars, most of them weren't that great. Like those earlier ones were really, really, really bad. Look at the original Aliens and the original Rockies, and
So talk 2.0s, man, and reissues.
Right. So, that's my point. So I don't look at it that way anymore. Like if they were, people are like, oh, well, what if they reissue all your original trilogy? I'm like, I don't give a shit. You can reissue it, or you can 2.0 it. I would prefer a 2.0. But if you reissue it, I don't give a shit. Most of my shit I got at retail. There's a few that I had to pay extra price, but I don't care. If that gives you, like you said, with Batman Robin, it gives people an opportunity to get the figure again, enjoy it, man, because that's one thing I think that turns off a lot of new collectors is they come into the game, they get a taste, right? First one's basically free. You get it at retail. You're like, cool, little NRD, little payment plan. Well, that was relatively painless. I got a figure and you really enjoy it, and then you're hooked. And then you go, wow, I'm kind of stuck getting like Mandalorian figures or maybe Obi-Wan in a year and a half. But I really love Star Wars in general. God, I would love to have all the originals, or maybe I'd love to have all the prequels, and they're all sold out. So that new collector can potentially get like turned away. You know, they're like, I'm going to want to, you know, try to find all these, you know, where do I look? How much more money am I spending? So I'm cool with it. If you want to drop out some new, you know, 2.0s or, you know, reissues on occasions, I'm all for it. Yeah. Don't bother me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Especially
like I said, with these older ones here, it's time. It's time.
Yeah.
They sat around for long enough.
Now the question is, what the hell am I going to do with my original trilogy? Well, they're not going to reissue the entire run.
Yeah.
They'll or 2.0, right? They'll 2.0 some key players. You know, Luke and Han, you know.
Would you consider selling them, man, if they actually came out? If they were improved?
That's where I am confused a little bit, because I don't think I've had that experience yet. You know, because mostly I have just Star Wars. The MCU stuff I have, they didn't. At this point, they've just recently started 2.0ing a couple of things from the MCU, and by then I already got rid of them. So it's kind of a moot point for me, right? So I don't know what's going to happen with Star Wars if they drop me like a 2.0, a New Hope Luke Skywalker. Okay. Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I keep my New Hope Luke, because now I can set up a different scene with him if I wanted to. Be like, well,
exactly.
He can go chill in the desert scene with the Tusken Raiders and the Jawas and old Ben, right? And then the other version, I don't know. Yep. He could be on the cockpit, you know, doing the training, you know, with his lightsaber and the training mat. I don't know, you know, like
if the figure has enough accessories, man, where you can basically repurpose it, that's and you can still benefit from getting the new one. That's great.
And Luke certainly did.
Like Luke I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about with the DX Indiana Jones, because when I packed mine up, you know, the belt with the gun holster falling apart, it ripped up, and I noticed that in the jacket where the collar is at, I've got a couple slits that are right there. I'm like, was that always there on each side of the collar? I'm like, what the hell is that? So I kind of freaked. I mean, you don't see it unless you're really looking for it,
right?
But that thing also came with a different display option, right? When he's trying to find where he's trying to find the location of the Ark, when he's you know, when he's in the tomb with all those robes and everything, and then he has the actual that staff. I can put him in that. I get to dress up my dolls, guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could do that if they brought out another Indiana Jones, right? The classic leather jacket, man, the khaki pants, the shoes, the hat, everything, the whole bit. If they did that, I'd be good with it, because I can repurpose my other Indy for that different display.
I'd get me a nice World War II German like Wehrmacht, you know, Volksgrenadier motorcycle with the sidecar. Even if I don't have a Sean Connery yet, I could have him on an old German motorbike. You know, and be like, well, here's my other Indiana Jones, you know, and this, you know, he's doing the you know, all the tomb raiding and stuff, and now here he's cruising around. Yeah, there's so many cool. That's the thing. So I don't think it would be an issue for me, dude.
Nah, yeah, some figures. It'd be difficult to like say, okay, what about Chewie? What do you do with Chewie? If they come back and they refine that thing where it looks miles better than the original release, I mean, unless you have like a Falcon cockpit you throw them in, you know. But then just how do you repurpose that? Because it's such a basic figure.
Oh, dude, you buy a fucking Tamashii Nations C-3PO or a Sideshow one and break them into pieces and make a C-3PO on that Chewie's back, fashion a fucking backpack, and use your old Chewie with that or something. Or have him, you know, if you have the Falcon cockpit, have him there, or I don't know,
Flock
buy a
him up.
model fucking stormtrooper and rip the arms off and have him look like he's ripping off the arms of a
Yeah.
stormtrooper, or just something fun. Like you,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I wouldn't feel disappointed or hurt or let down or devalued or anything if they started 2.0ing original trilogy. Because there's always, you know, if you're a fan of the shit, there's always ways to. I mean, gosh, I mean, we should be so fucking lucky, because there's sometimes where we see releases and we're always like, oh, it'd be really cool to get 2 of these. But then reality
sure.
kicks in and we just get 1. You know, we're like, no, we don't really need 2 of,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. Bo-Katan coming out. I don't, you know, for example, right? But if they, that years down the road, you know, 2.0 or whatever, like, all right, cool. I got 2 to, you know, I could change it up. I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. Definitely. But that's pretty much all I got for tonight, man. You know?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
What do you think?
I think at the end of the day, Echo looks pretty cool. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I'd get him. The Batman and Robin look pretty good. I am pre-ordering those this week. Same with the Joker. And bring on some 2.0s, man. Give new collectors a chance. You know, you can't, in my opinion, it's not worth complaining about, because if you already have, even if it's a reissue and you already have the figure, you're like, well, why buy? I don't care. I already have him. Doesn't bother me. Like, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would it? Why would it, man?
I don't think so. So, but yeah, guys. All right, we're gonna wrap, dude. Yeah, obviously, guys, come in, hit this Facebook group. If you're not already in the Facebook group, we're almost 600 members, and I do have a Discord server, as Braden pointed out, where we hang out, and you can come join that if you guys want to shoot the shit and some chat, show some pictures, whatever. It's all good stuff, man. And yeah, we're done, man. So Echo, cool, guys. Probably tomorrow we'll see him available. I don't know. On Sideshow, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good rest of your morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in this part of the world. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.